Tonight we begin a quiet but fascinating journey through the heart of Sweden's nightlife. Not the noisy, chaotic nightlife some people imagine, but the unique Scandinavian version of it. Calm, free, safe, and filled with a special kind of energy that makes you want to keep walking, keep exploring, and keep discovering the stories hidden behind every streetlight. As we step onto one of Sweden's most vibrant walking streets, the first thing you'll notice is the atmosphere. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't shout at you. Instead, it gently pulls you in. Warm lights spill out from cafes and bakeries, illuminating the cobblestone paths. People move in groups or pairs or sometimes alone, walking with a peaceful confidence that is so characteristic of Scandinavian culture. You can sense it immediately. This is a place where people feel safe, where the night belongs to everyone. You might expect loud music or aggressive crowds, but Sweden's nightlife works differently. Everything feels balanced, moderate, comfortable. Even the sound of the evening has a rhythm. The distant chatter of friends laughing over drinks, the soft roll of bicycle wheels passing by, the occasional beat sneaking out from a bar's open door. It mixes together like a soundtrack, a quiet symphony that plays in the background of Swedish life. As we continue walking, pay attention to the faces around you. They tell stories. Young people heading to meet friends, students carrying backpacks after a late study session, tourists slowly admiring the architecture, locals just enjoying a simple evening stroll. No rush, no pressure, just life unfolding naturally. Sweden is a country built on trust and freedom, and nowhere is it more visible than here, at night. Women walk confidently, even in smaller streets. Friends sit outdoors with no fear or discomfort. Strangers pass each other without tension. There is an unspoken rule here: live and let live. And it works. As we move forward, we enter a livelier part of the street. Neon signs glow above restaurants, pubs, and street food stalls. You'll notice something interesting: the design. Scandinavian style is famous for being minimalistic, but at night it becomes warm and inviting. Wooden interiors, soft lights, long tables that encourage conversation. Swedes love simplicity, but they know how to make it beautiful. A group of musicians begins playing near a corner. The notes of a guitar float effortlessly in the air. People gather, not too close, not too far, creating the comfortable personal space Swedes value so much. Some sway to the music. Others simply listen. A few record on their phones, capturing a small but meaningful moment of their night. Walking streets like this one are the heart of Swedish cities. They are the meeting point of cultures. Locals, expats, travelers, students, artists, and curious wanderers all flow through the same space. The diversity adds flavor to the night. As we approach the end of this section of the street, look at the small alleys curling off to the sides. They lead to quieter neighborhoods, tiny bars, and cozy cafes that stay open until late. Sweden treats nighttime as an extension of the day, slower, softer, but still full of life. Before we continue to the next part of the city, take a moment and breathe in the atmosphere. This is Sweden at night, calm, safe, free, and deeply human. We continue deeper into the night, and the street begins to change its character. We're moving from the warm cafe district into an area where music, culture, and youthful energy blend into something richer, louder, and more colorful, but still unmistakably Swedish. You'll notice the lights first. Bars with bright signs, glowing windows, and soft, pulsing colors that rhythmically light up the sidewalk. Sweden may be known for its peaceful lifestyle, but it also knows how to celebrate the night with style. Here, people gather not to lose control, but to connect, talk, dance, laugh, and enjoy freedom together. Let's walk past this row of bars. Listen carefully. You might catch bits of conversations in Swedish, English, German, Spanish, Arabic. Sweden is a multicultural place, and its nightlife reflects that beautifully. As we move closer, a group of friends steps out of a bar. They're dressed casually but stylishly. Scandinavian fashion is simple yet elegant. They laugh as they talk, adjusting their jackets, getting ready for the next part of their night. Nothing feels forced here. Nights are not about pressure or expectations. They're about comfort. Sweden is one of the safest countries in the world, and you can feel it. People walk without fear. Women walk alone with confidence. Groups of young people sit by the riverside talking quietly. Couples stroll, hand in hand, enjoying the cool northern breeze. Let's take a turn into a slightly narrower street. Here the nightlife becomes more intimate. Small cocktail bars with dim golden lighting. Cafes that turn into lounges after 10 p.m. Windows glowing like candles against the dark sky. The air changes. It becomes warmer, filled with the scent of food. Sweden's street food scene is quietly impressive. Kebab shops, falafel stands, fish grills, late-night pizza slices, and classic Swedish hot dogs called korv. People line up patiently, polite as always. Near the food stalls, you'll spot groups sitting on benches or leaning against walls, enjoying their late-night bites. Swedes might seem reserved during the day, but at night, they open up a little more, especially when surrounded by friends. Let's stop here for a moment. Look at the couple sitting by the lamppost. They're sharing one portion of fries, laughing softly. A group of international students gathers nearby, animatedly telling stories in different languages. A solo traveler films the surroundings, documenting their journey. This is the beauty of Sweden's nightlife. So many lives, so many stories, all woven together in the same street. As we continue walking, the music becomes louder. A live band is playing inside one of the bars. The rhythm spills into the street. People nod to the beat as they walk past. Some step inside. Others choose to stand outside, enjoying the vibe from a comfortable distance. Up ahead, there's a small open square. These squares are essential to Scandinavian city planning. They create breathing space. At night, they become gathering points. Young people sit on the stone benches, drinking coffee or non-alcoholic cider. Some take photos. Others simply enjoy the fresh air. Sweden's nightlife isn't about chaos. It's about atmosphere, light, freedom, harmony. Let's walk to the far side of the square now. The buildings rise taller, the streets stretch wider, and the night grows deeper. The feeling becomes more cinematic, as if the city is guiding us somewhere, step by step, moment by moment. As the night grows darker and the crowds spread out, we enter the final part of our journey, the heart of Sweden's late-night soul. This section of the city feels different, quieter but not empty, alive but not loud. Street performers play gentle melodies on violins or acoustic guitars. Their music drifts through the cool night air, brushing softly against the glowing shop windows and the old brick walls. A few people gather around, listening quietly, losing themselves in the moment. This is one of the most magical things about Swedish nightlife, the contrast. Moments of energy and color fade into peaceful silence. Laughter transforms into quiet reflection. Crowds dissolve into calm, solitary walks. And somehow, it all feels natural. As we continue down the street, notice the architecture. Tall Scandinavian buildings, clean lines, soft lighting, and wide windows that create an inviting sense of openness. Even if you don't step inside, you feel welcomed by the warm glow. Sweden is a country that respects personal space, yet at the same time, it creates an environment where everyone belongs. That duality is everywhere, even at night. Look toward the bike lane. Cyclists pass by effortlessly, their lights flickering in the dark. Public transport continues to run smoothly. People move with purpose but without rush. This quiet efficiency is one of Sweden's greatest strengths. As we move toward a slightly elevated viewpoint, take a look at the city from above. The lights appear like stars fallen onto the earth. Calm, organized, beautiful. You can see the pathways we walked earlier, glowing softly like veins of golden light. People continue their night even now. Friends sharing stories on the riverbank, couples walking side by side, groups heading to nightclubs, solo wanderers filming, photographing, observing. There is something deeply comforting about Sweden at night. Even if you are a stranger here, the city makes you feel safe. It makes you feel like you can breathe, relax, and exist without fear or noise. Let's keep walking just a little further, past another quiet alley, past a beautifully lit fountain, past a row of windows glowing softly behind curtains. Every corner we turn feels like a new chapter, a new story waiting to happen, a new memory being created. As we approach the final stretch of this journey, reflect for a moment. What makes Sweden's nightlife special isn't the parties. It isn't the bars. It isn't the music or the lights. It's the atmosphere, the sense of freedom, the respect between people, the calm that lives even within the energy of the city. Sweden shows us that nightlife doesn't need to be wild to be beautiful. It can be gentle, warm, human. And so, as we end our 15-minute walk through the night streets of Sweden, take one last look at the glowing cityscape. The lights shimmer softly, like a quiet invitation to return anytime you wish. Because in Sweden, the night never pushes you away. It welcomes you, calms you, and walks beside you. Thank you for joining this nighttime journey. More walking tours await, and Sweden's peaceful magic will always be here, ready for your next step.